Welcome back to Thoughts of Dr. Odds, where I explore the real, raw intersections between mental health, nutrition, and emotional resilience, and the inner battles that we face. In this new theme, The Mind at War, I'll be unpacking the daily struggle of managing anxiety, negative self-talk, emotional reactivity, and self-sabotage. And where better to begin than in one of the most familiar battles of all, getting in your own way. For most of my adult life, I've known what I needed to do. I've had the skills, the insight, the goals, but I've struggled with two things that separate dreams from reality: consistency and delayed gratification. It's not that I didn't work hard, I did. But I worked in bursts. I'd get fired up, make grand plans, dive in with energy, and then burn out just as fast. Why? Because I was always chasing that immediate reward. If a task didn't bring a quick result, I'd drop it. If the reward felt too far away, I'd lose motivation. If I wasn't being praised, paid, or recognized, I'd convince myself it wasn't worth it. And every time I gave up halfway, I'd beat myself up. I'd ask myself, why can't you just stay consistent? Why do you keep starting over? Why are you the one holding yourself back? And that's when I realized I was a master of self-sabotage. I'd worked so hard to avoid pain, failure, or embarrassment that I ended up avoiding success too. There are two books that helped me start untangling this mindset. The first was The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. This book flipped my entire outlook. It taught me that the obstacle is the way. That discomfort, that delay, that failure, they aren't signs that you're on the wrong path. They're proof that you're doing something meaningful. And most importantly, you can't avoid pain in life. You can only choose which pain you're willing to endure. For me, it meant choosing the pain of discipline and persistence instead of the pain of regret and lost time. The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up by Mark Manson. This one hit differently. It reminded me that I had a limited number of F's to give. And if I spend them worrying about being liked, being perfect, or getting immediate results, I wouldn't have anything left for what actually matters. Manson's message is simple but powerful. Stop caring about everything. Start caring about the right things. For me, that meant caring less about how people saw me and more about what I was becoming. Self-sabotage, it isn't just a character flaw. It's often a protection mechanism. Your brain is trying to keep you safe from failure, from embarrassment, from disappointment. But that same protection can limit your potential. So here's how I've been working to get on my own way. I've been trying to catch that voice of resistance. The voice that says, you're not ready. This isn't going to work. You can do it tomorrow. Now I recognize it for what it is. Fear disguised as logic. I don't try to shut it up. I just don't obey it anymore. I also try to embrace discomfort as a signal of growth. If it feels awkward, scary, or uncertain, that's probably a sign that I'm on the right track. I stopped waiting to feel confident and started acting with courage in the absence of comfort. I also try to break big goals into small, repeatable actions. I stopped focusing on outcomes and started focusing on systems. Instead of write a book, it's write 200 words a day. Instead of get fit, it's exercise for 20 or 30 minutes. The key is showing up even when the progress feels invisible. I also try to reward discipline, not just outcomes. I've been training myself to feel proud of my efforts, not just my results. Because when effort becomes the reward, then consistency becomes more possible. So if you've been stuck in a cycle of starting and stopping, planning and postponing, you're not lazy, you're not broken. You're likely just protecting yourself from the unknown. But here's the truth that I had to accept. No one is coming to save me. There is no perfect moment. And the obstacle I'm facing isn't outside me, it is me. But the good news, that means the solution is also me. I'm learning to work with my mind instead of against it. To acknowledge fear but not obey it. And to move even when I'm unsure. Because the only way out is through. That's it for today's episode, Thoughts of Dr. Odds. If any of this resonated with you, send it to someone who might need to hear it today. And if you've been stuck sabotaging your own progress, trust me, you're not alone. You can reset, you can rebuild, one consistent step at a time. Until next time, take care of your mind, take care of your body, and take control of your story.